The Denver Nuggets, with 3 NBA titles in the last 6 seasons, are walking into this season with an unexpected twist. They signed Russell Westbrook. Yeah, the former MVP, triple-double machine, polarizing as ever, now wearing a Nuggets jersey and aiming for a ring. But here's the big question. Does Russell Westbrook actually make the Nuggets any better? Or is this just a high-profile distraction for a team that's already established its championship chemistry? Today, we're breaking down everything. Why did the Nuggets sign him? What's Westbrook bringing to the table? And ultimately, could this be the move that pushes Denver to defend their title? Or is it a risky gamble on a player many fans feel has passed his prime? Let's get into it.
Westbrook gives the Thunder the victory at the buzzer!
I'm speechless. All I can say is, why not? 42 triple-doubles on the season, and he ends the ball game like that? The kid's got a heart. He's got a heart bigger than we know, folks.
To get a sense of what Westbrook might bring to Denver, let's look at where he's been. This man's career has been a roller coaster, starting with his MVP glory days in OKC, where he was for more than a decade, then bouncing around from Houston to DC, the Lakers, and then the Clippers, 6 teams in the last 7 years. He's brought triple-doubles, unmatched intensity, and, let's be honest, some major drama. And yet, here's what's wild. Despite that chaotic journey, there's one guy in Denver who wanted him on the Nuggets roster badly. None other than Nikola Jokic, the Joker himself. That's right, Jokic, who rarely makes demands of his team, specifically asked for Russ. Why? What does he see in Westbrook that the rest of the league might be missing?
Cut it to 11. Jokic just gets it off in time. It's up. Oh, it's good! Of course it goes in! Jokic from downtown! Anthony Davis just stares at him!
Denver won the title in 2023 with a powerful 2-man game between Jokic and Jamal Murray. But this summer, they lost a critical role player in Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, their 3-and-D rock who brought shooting and solid defense. With him gone, the Nuggets' rotation took a hit. They need someone to bring fresh energy to the bench, create plays, and add some spark. And this is where Westbrook comes in. The Nuggets aren't looking for him to put up 30-point triple-doubles. They need Russell Westbrook, the competitor, the guy who can turn up the intensity, lead the second unit, and keep defenses guessing. Denver tried filling this role with Reggie Jackson last season, and let's just say it didn't pan out. Jackson struggled in nearly every facet, and Denver's offense plummeted when he was on the floor without Jokic. So Westbrook is already a massive upgrade over Jackson, and that's exactly why the Nuggets made this move. But the big question is whether Westbrook can make the right adjustments to truly gel with Denver's style. Now, let's talk fit, because this is where it gets complicated. Westbrook's known for his ferocious drives to the hoop, his relentless energy, and his ability to take over in transition. Even at 35, Russ is still blazing down the court on fast breaks. For the Nuggets, who ranked 28th in pace last season, adding Russ could mean a huge speed boost. But here's the flip side. Denver's offense is one of the smoothest in the league, led by the ultimate team player in Jokic. They thrive on ball movement, floor spacing, and calm, calculated plays. Westbrook, on the other hand, has always been known for his, let's say, more chaotic approach. He's a high-risk, high-reward player who brings energy but can also disrupt the team's flow with his fast tempo and streaky shooting. So, does Westbrook fit into this system, or does the system need to adjust to fit Russ? It's a real gamble, and if it pays off, it could elevate the Nuggets' offensive versatility. But if it doesn't, the experiment could go south real fast. The real key to making this work might be how Denver uses him. Westbrook won't be the go-to scorer or a primary ball handler when Jokic and Murray are on the floor. Instead, think of him as a supercharged 6th man, coming in hot, breaking down defenses, and taking on ball handling duties when Murray and Jokic rest. Jokic, who essentially hand-picked him, sees Westbrook as a spark plug. According to reports, Jokic is the one who pushed Denver's front office to grab him. He saw Westbrook's work ethic, his hustle, and his fire. And let's not forget, Jokic has transformed the game of so many players around him. Bruce Brown, Aaron Gordon, Jamal Murray. If Jokic believes he can harness Westbrook's talent, maybe we're about to see a whole new side of Russ. Here's where Westbrook could really bring something special. Picture this. Jokic and Westbrook running a pick and roll. Russ might not have the reliable three-point shot you'd want, but his explosiveness around the rim is still elite. Imagine him barreling to the basket, drawing defenders, and then kicking out to a wide-open shooter like Michael Porter Jr. or Jamal Murray. It could be unstoppable. Denver's also betting on Westbrook's playmaking. Last year with the Clippers, he showed he can set screens, find pockets in the defense, and pass to open teammates. And if Russ gets any minutes with Jokic, he'll likely be the beneficiary of Jokic's gravity, finding himself in open lanes for easy finishes or dishing out assists to cutting teammates. But here's the reality. Denver can't afford for Westbrook to start jacking up wild threes or ignoring his teammates. His role is crystal clear. Push the pace, drive hard, and set up his teammates. If Russ can stick to this role, he might actually be a game changer for Denver. Now, let's get into the defensive side of things because this is where it could all fall apart. Defensively, Russ has always been hit or miss. There's no denying that he has incredible defensive moments. Remember that clutch block on Devin Booker in the playoffs a couple of years ago?
Westbrook, special athlete here. Look at this play.
Yeah, they want a foul, but it looked like he hit his hand, not his wrist, and then Westbrook knocks it out of bounds, or knocks it off Booker's leg out of bounds. Can't have a much better defensive play than that.
But there are also times when he's flat out missed rotations or lost his man. To make it work, Westbrook's going to need to stay locked in on defense every single game. The Nuggets can't afford defensive lapses, especially not in the postseason. And with the loss of KCP, who was their rock-solid defender, Denver needs Westbrook to bring it defensively. The good news? He's motivated. He knows this could be his last shot to prove he can contribute to a championship team. And if that means stepping up on defense, Westbrook might just surprise us all. Westbrook brings something else that Denver desperately needs since losing Bruce Brown: energy and leadership. Brown was Denver's spark plug last season, always coming in clutch with hustle plays, rebounding, and that extra jolt of intensity. With Westbrook, they might be getting something similar, just in a different form. Russ is one of the most intense players in NBA history. Even his harshest critics agree, he brings 100% effort every night. Nuggets players and coaches are already talking about the energy he's bringing in practice, pushing Jamal, revving up the pace, and inspiring the younger guys. This leadership and intensity could be just what the Nuggets need, especially with such a young bench. Russ is the kind of player who can set the tone with these second unit guys, showing them how to hustle, stay focused, and bring the energy every single game. Now, let's be real. There are plenty of ways this could go sideways. Russ has had difficulties adjusting to new roles before, especially on teams that require spacing and efficiency. If he doesn't make the necessary adjustments, if he keeps hoisting low percentage shots or gets frustrated without the ball in his hands, Denver's offense could suffer. And it's not just about Russ. Denver's whole roster has shifted. Losing KCP and Bruce Brown was massive, and Christian Braun, who's now a starter, still needs to prove he can bring the consistent perimeter defense and shooting that KCP offered. So while Russ might help fill that gap, he could just as easily make it worse by clogging the floor and taking unnecessary shots. This is a gamble, no doubt about it. So, does Russell Westbrook make the Nuggets better? Right now, we're looking at a move that could either elevate Denver's second unit to one of the best in the league or create a glaring weakness. In a best-case scenario, Russ will adapt, use his explosiveness to cut to the basket, create high-percentage shots, and become a disruptive force on defense. In this scenario, Denver could be looking at a legitimate upgrade, a high-energy leader who powers their bench and takes pressure off Jokic and Murray. But in the worst-case scenario, Russ could disrupt Denver's chemistry, struggle with his shot selection, and become a defensive liability. The Nuggets would end up facing major issues in the playoffs. In the end, we'll have to wait and see if this move pays off. If Jokic believes in him, then maybe there's something there that we haven't seen yet. Either way, one thing's for sure. Russell Westbrook is going to make this season one of the most exciting yet for the Denver Nuggets. Buckle up, Nuggets fans. This is going to be a wild ride.